Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you. Ramadan Mubarak. This is your brother, student minister Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad, and this is one black man's opinion. My beloved brothers and sisters, on April the 15th, 2023, this coming Saturday, the African American Male Wellness Agency will be sponsoring free health screenings and a 5K walk and run. It'll be hosted by the Texas Southern University, and Mayor Sylvester Turner will serve as the honorary chair. My beloved brothers and sisters, I'm asking you to go out and talk to your husband, talk to your brother, talk to your father, talk to your son, talk to your nephew, talk to your cousin, particularly the sisters. You know, this day, April 11th, 1994, 35,000 black men showed up to a church, Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church, pastored by the late, great Reverend C.L. Jackson. The church only held 15,000 men. It was the prelude to the Million Man March. Not a fight, not an arrest, not a car towed. And it showed what would take place on October 15th, 1995. Well, what we want to do is we want to replicate something similar because the health statistics for black males are alarming. I'm reading this black male health statistics, and let me read something for you. It says, statistically speaking, black males live 7 years less than men of other racial groups. They also have a higher death rate than black women for all leading causes of death. Black men have a higher uh, indice and higher rate of death from oral cancer and have a much higher risk of developing HIV/AIDS in their lifetime. Goes on to say this: 44% of black males are considered overweight, 37.5% are obese. Black men suffer more preventable oral diseases that are treatable. Black men have a high indice of diabetes and prostate cancer. Black men have a high suicide rate. It's the third leading cause of death in 15 to 24-year-olds. 10 leading causes of death. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, the following were the leading causes of death of black men in 2019. Heart disease, 23.7% of total deaths. Cancer, 20.2%. Unintentional injuries, 7.9%. Homicide, 5%. Stroke, 4.9%. Diabetes, 4.3%. Chronic lower respiratory diseases, 3.2%. Kidney disease, 2.6%. Septicemia, 1.8%. Hypertension, 1.6%. Homicide, a leading cause of death in younger black males. In the category of leading causes of death, when broken down by age group for black males in the US, more disturbing statistics are revealed. For young black men between the ages of 15 and 44, the number one cause of death in 2017 was homicide. A further breakdown of deaths by age group among black men due to homicide, ages 1 to 19, homicide accounted for 35.3% of total deaths. Ages 20 to 44, 27.6% of total deaths. And ages 45 to 64, 2.1% of total deaths. The 2016 report on HIV on risk for Black men. In February 2016, Centers for Disease Control released a report assessing the lifetime risk of HIV in U.S. by state as well as by key at-risk populations. The report reveals surprising statistics for Black men in the U.S. Among Black men, there was a 1 in 20 lifetime risk compared to 1 in 132 lifetime risk for white males. My beloved, we cannot by any means continue to play around with our health. So we want to invite you out. 2, calling all men. I'm really calling the sisters. See, because the Black woman, you're the ones that put them brothers on the bus and sent them to Washington, D.C. for the Million Man March. You're the ones who stood outside of Reverend C.L. Jackson Church for this men's only meeting and urged the men. You beat the drums. You out there with signs, cheerleading our brothers to come on in and hear this message from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But this is for everybody to come out. Sisters, please. All of the men who are in fraternities, social fellowships, Groove Phi Groove Social Fellowship. We want to see the alphas. We want to see the omegas, the kappas, the sigmas, the iotas. We want to see you all come on out. We want to see the swings, AKAs, the deltas, the zetas. You know, we want you all to come on out. Sisters, I know I forgot one. I'm going to get in trouble. But we want you to come out and urge the men. Now, it's a family affair. Rain or shine. There's going to be a children's zone. There's going to be a senior zone. There'll be entertainment there, KTSU. It'll be covered by major radio stations. And we want you to come out and be a part of it. So remember, Saturday, April the 15th, there'll be free screenings, prostate cancer, and all the other kind of screenings that one would need. Please, brothers and sisters, they're all free. And it's not just for males, it's for me, females too. Sisters, brothers, I'm appealing to you as your brother and your friend to come out and be a part of this event. It's very important that you and I do all that we can to preserve our lives. You see, we can't overcome the economic and the political challenges that face us today if we're not healthy. Our health is indeed our wealth. It starts with prevention. Brothers, I know how difficult it is for you and I to trust doctors. I know that. My wife has to beat me to death to make me go. I got that in my head. I know. You know, that little pain you're feeling, yeah, it'd be all right. Drink a ginger ale and maybe take a little Robitussin, a couple Tylenols, and we keep it going. But brother, when we ignore those pains, when we ignore those things, then when it finally gets to the point where we just can't stand the pain anymore, then the next thing you know, we're going to the doctor and it's stage 3 colon cancer, stage 3 prostate cancer. It's chronic cardiovascular disease where our arteries are so blocked now they got to go in some cases do bypass surgery and take a vein out of our arm, out of our leg to put into our chest because we ignored it. We're doing things that are against our life. We're smoking, we're drinking, we're getting high. We're taking prescribed medicine that we shouldn't be taking and some unprescribed medicine we shouldn't be taking. Smoking too much weed. And the weed we're smoking today is not the wacky weed, brothers, that the old heads used to smoke. This stuff you smoking today, I mean, it's skunk. They call it loud because when y'all roll down the window to buy that Final Call newspaper, bruh, I get a contact, man, and there's a McDonald's across the street on Old Spanish Trail, Old Spanish Trail and Scott. Man, after you roll down that window to get the paper and that weed hit me, bro, all of a sudden them French fries be smelling good. But fast food is killing us fast, man. We have to understand, beloved, please. We have to understand clearly that this is not a coincidence. These health statistics that I read to you are not a coincidence. You think that us having food deserts in our community is a coincidence? You think that our schools failing in our community is a coincidence? You think that us having this predominance of lead pipes in our community that have not yet been replaced in our drinking water is a coincidence? You think us being over policed, more harshly prosecuted, given longer prison and jail sentences than others is a coincidence? You think that our economic disparities, our educational disparities, and our health disparities are a coincidence? They're not, brothers. It's all mathematics. We have to wake up and we have to get the courage to find out what we may be able to prevent by early intervention. So again, I'm urging you, beloved, come on out to the Walk to Save Black Men's Lives, Saturday, April 15th, starting at 7 a.m. There'll be free health screenings. We'll health screenings all the way through to about 11 to 12 o'clock. At 9:30, there'll be a 5K walk and run. Again, there'll be entertainment. There are vendors. We want you and your praise team. We want the churches, the mosques, the clubs, all of us to show up and to say, hey, we down with this thing. Look, we H-Town, baby. We know how to put on an event like we put on the Final Four. We know how to put on an event, brothers and sisters, and we need to do this to show the world that indeed we want to be healthy. Because notice it says healthy, wealthy, and wise. But you got to be healthy because your health and my health is our wealth. So, my beloved brothers and sisters, again, you can go to, I'll give you, go to this website, aawellness.org, and you can get more information. You can sign up as a vendor. And there's nothing, they're not selling anything, but if you want to show up as a vendor, come as a vendor and give away some material on health or something like that. You want to give away some stuff, come on, do it. This is very important that we get ourselves checked, brother. Prostate cancer, colon cancer, high blood pressure, hypertension, all of these things, man. Some of this is preventable, and we need intervention in our lives. So once again, my beloved brothers and sisters, I thank you for listening. And I urge you, particularly my sisters, I urge you to get Ray, Junebug, your boo, and all them, get their behinds to this walk to save Black men's lives. We can do this thing together, brothers and sisters, because we're Houston, Texas, and we do everything big in Houston, Texas. This is your brother, student minister, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad. This is one Black man's opinion, and I want to know what's yours. Come on out, Saturday, April the 15th, 7 a.m. And if you want to volunteer, come earlier so you can help us set up, or come a little later and help us break down. Either way it goes, brothers and sisters, we want to see your face in the place and find out how you can help. So until next time, may Allah bless you as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. This is one Black man's opinion. What's yours? I'm your brother, student minister, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.